As we prepare for what the U.S. Attorney General is calling the hardest week of the coronavirus pandemic, and we hope they're wrong, we know how important it is to stay inside, wash our hands, and do what we can to keep ourselves and others safe. And the same goes for our pets. They, of course, are family members, too. If you were to fall ill, who would take care of them? So Gibby is live at AAWL with more on how you can make plans for your favorite pets. Gibby, good morning, man.
Good morning, Scott. I mean, here's the thing, right? You ask somebody, they say, yeah, I know what to do, or I know what to do with them, or how to take care of them, or where they're going to go. The question is, coronavirus is a respiratory problem, and let's say you can't talk. Let's say you're on a respirator and you're getting treatment. How does someone know what to do to take care of your dog, Michael? That's a big problem. That's what we were just talking about.
It is. This is, a part of your family, and a lot of your family plans will involve what to do when school shuts down and power of attorney for your kids or something like that. But to a lot of people, these are their kids, and people don't always think of what you need to do to make sure that your pet is prepared in case you get sick or something happens to you. That can be as simply as writing it down, the things that you do normally throughout the day to make sure that they can stick to a schedule, or their vet information, what medication they take, what routines they have. My dogs have 2 different veterinarians, and making sure that you have a piece of paper that says, my caretaker, which you have assigned at this point so that they know they can care for their animals, and you tell your caretaker that they would be responsible for your animals, filling out a form that's saying, my caretaker is allowed to perform or authorize medical care for my animals. Because this is a stressful time for everybody, so make it really easy for them, or make a go bag with their food, their pills, everything, just sitting on the counter. And whatever you do, make it really obvious, so that if something happens and you're immediately hospitalized, people don't have to tear apart your house to find this information. It is very clear that Brownie has a file that has all of his information to make it super easy to make you prepared in case something goes wrong.
One of the other things that you guys do and are continuing to do, I don't think a lot of people know this, is foster in dogs when people are in need. You guys are still doing that, right? And that's a program you guys have.
We do. We have our owner surrender program. We're one of the only shelters in the valley that's still continuing that program during this shelter-in-place situation, because there's a lot of animals in need out there, and we want to continue providing all of our community services. That's why Arizona Gives Day, which is today, is really important to us. We don't receive the tax dollars. We don't receive the money from those sad commercials. We rely on our community to support us and keep our doors open, and that's why a day of giving like Arizona Gives Day is so important. You can go to azgives.org/AAWL to donate, and that's going to help us continue our owner surrender programs. It's going to help us bring in animals like Brownie that came from a rural rescue. These places out across Arizona, they're in tough, dire straits too, but some of those communities are already on the brink of trouble before this crisis.
Yeah, one of the other things as well is that, so write down all your information, make sure you have instructions, clear instructions on what you want your pet to be handled. A go bag is also a main thing. And then what would be would you just have a designated caregiver? How would you get that set up?
Absolutely. Pick a caregiver, pick 2, because you don't know if they're also going to get sick, and tell them about it. The first time they find out that they're supposed to be the caregiver of your animal in an emergency situation should not be the emergency situation. I have people picked out in my family and my friends. And I actually did specifically pick a family and a friend, because if all of your family is close together and they all get sick, you have to have somebody outside that circle, and they know what their responsibilities are, and they know that I'm going to have everything ready for them to make it really easy. And kind of plan ahead and do this, because it's also something to do while you're at home. It's writing, it's planning, it's something to take your mind off of just sitting at home, and it's going to make it so much easier for your pets and you if something goes wrong and you do have to go to the hospital.
All right, thank you so much. So there you go, a lot of information, something to add to your list of stuff, but if you just write it down, it'll make it a lot easier.